Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to do the NDA Geography PYQs from 2009 to 2025, and this is the part 1 of the NDA Geography PYQ. So first question that we are having is, which among the following is planet that is smaller in size than the Earth? So basically they are asking which planet from the following will be the smallest than the Earth. Option we are having is Neptune, Saturn, Uranus and Venus. So the correct answer will be, from this option the correct answer will be the Venus. So basically the Venus is the planet which is smaller than the Earth. The correct answer will be the Venus. Now other planet which can be the smaller than the Earth are Mercury and Mars. So beside Venus there are two more planets which can be smaller than the Earth, and that is Mercury and Mars. Now moving on to the next question, we have Simsa, Hemavati and Arkavati are the tributary of which one of the following river? So basically we have to tell this. There are the three rivers has been given: Simsa, Hemavati and Arkavati, and they are the tributary of which of the following river? In option we have Tapi, Tungbhadra, Kaveri or Krishna. So which one will be the correct answer? So the correct answer will be Kaveri. So Simsa, Hemavati and Arkavati, these three are the tributary of the Kaveri river. Now moving on to the next question, which one of the following is the difference in local time between the places located at 165 degree west and 165 degree east and 165 degree west? So the basically in the question they are asking what will be the difference in local time 165 degree east and 165 degree west. So let's see what will be the answer. The answer will be 22 hours. So the answer is 22 hour, means the difference between 165 degree east and 165 degree west will be 22 hours. How? Let's see the procedure how we can get the 22 hour. So you know that 165 degree east and 165 degree west, the angular difference will be 330 degree. Now as we know, earth rotates 360 degree in 24 hours. So if earth is rotating 360 degree in 24 hours, so it will be 50 degree in 1 hour, because 360 divided by 24, so it will come 50. So 15 degree in 1 hour. Hence for 330 degree it will be 22 hours. Now moving on to the next question, which one of the following is not correctly matched? So prime meridian 0 degree is true, international date line 180 degree is also true, arctic circle 66.5 degree north it's also true, tropic of cancer 23.5 degrees south, it's correct. So they say which one of the following is not correctly matched. So of course option 4 will be the correct answer. It's not correctly matched because we know that tropic of tropic of cancer is Tropic of Cancer is not 23.5 degrees south, but it is 23.5 degree north. So the correct answer will be option 4. Moving on to the next question, question number 5 is that dry point settlements are common in. So there is it's a kind of settlements that is called dry point settlement. So it's common in which region? So option we have deserts, plateaus, mountain regions and delta. So the answer will be the delta. So let me tell you what is the dry point settlement. So basically the dry point settlement is a kind of settlement that is built on raised land, higher ground within an area which is prone to frequent floods. This settlement was built to protect from floods. So basically basically the dry point settlements are a kind of settlements only जो कि एक रेस्ड लैंड पे बिल्ड होते हैं, एंड ये वो मेनली उस एरिया में बिल्ड होते हैं जहाँ पे फ्लड्स आने की बहुत ज़्यादा चांसेस होती है. तो लोग अब खुद को फ्लड से प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए एक टाइप का सेटलमेंट बनाते हैं जो कि रेस्ड लैंड पे होती है, ताकि वो फ्लड से खुद को बचा सके. So basically, suppose this is a, prone area, so the settlement will be someone higher than, so that the flood will not able to reach there. So it's a kind of dry point settlement. So the dry point settlements are common in delta, option 4. Now the next question is, which of the following instrument is used to measure the humidity of air? So first of let's understand what is humidity of air. So humidity of air, if you are saying, it's a amount of water vapor, amount of water vapor. So humidity of air means the amount of water vapor present in the air. So the option we are having is wind vane, barometer, maximum and minimum thermometer, wet and dry bulb thermometer. So wind vane is basically tell the direction of air, barometer tells the pressure of air, maximum and minimum thermometer tells the temperature. So so the remaining option is option number 4, that is a wet and dry bulb thermometer. So yes, wet and dry bulb thermometer is used to measure the humidity of air. Now let's understand how this wet and dry bulb thermometer works. So in wet and dry bulb thermometer, it has it has two thermometers. First one is dry bulb thermometer, which measure the normal air temperature, and then second it has wet bulb thermometer. This bulb is wrapped with a wet cloth, that is called muslin, kept moist with water. Means basically it will have a two thermometer. One will be the dry thermometer, which will measure the normal air temperature, and one will be the wet bulb thermometer. Now let's understand its principle. So what happens is that when air passes over both the thermometer, the dry bulb, wait a second. So when air passes over both the thermometer, what happens is that the dry bulb show the actual air temperature. Whatever will be the actual air temperature, it will be shown by the dry bulb, because it measures the normal air temperature. And then when the air passes through the wet bulb thermometer, the wet bulb cools down, because water from the wet cloth evaporate, and the rate of evaporate depends upon the humidity of air. You know that if there will be more humidity, there will be less evaporation. If there will be less humidity, more evaporation. Means humidity is inversely proportional to the rate of evaporation. Now so if the air is dry, if the air will be dry, the more water will evaporate, more cooling. So wet bulbs show much lower temperature, because you know that evaporation is a cooling process. So if the air is dry, more water evaporates, more cooling, so lower temperature. But if the air will be humid, there will be less evaporation. As I told you, evaporation, if more humid, less evaporation, means little cooling, means wet bulb temperature will be close to dry bulb temperature. Means both the temperature will be the same, dry bulb and wet bulbs. Like dry bulb temperature tells the actual temperature, and if there will be no humidity in air, means if there will be humidity in air, less evaporation, little cooling, so both will have a same temperature. So the observation we are having is that the difference between dry and wet bulb reading is called the wet bulb diffraction. So the greater will be the difference, the drier will be the air. The smaller the difference, the more humid the air. So through which we can tell the humidity. So this is basically what we have, wet and dry bulb thermometer. It has a two thermometer, dry bulb thermometer, wet bulb thermometer, and this is the temperature scale, and this is the muslin cloth where it kept the wet bulb thermometer as moist. Now moving on to the next question. I hope you have understood the principle behind wet and dry and wet bulb thermometer. Now moving on to the next question, we have, which of the following is a rabi crop in the northern state of India? So before understanding, we have to understand the rabi crop. What is called rabi crop? We all know that we have a two type of, mainly two type of crop, kharif and rabi. So kharif is basically grown in rainy season, right? And the rabi is basically grown in winter season. So let's see which will be the rabi crop in the northern state of India. We have option rice, bajra, barley, and ragi. So rice, we all know it's a kharif crop. Bajra also it's a kharif crop. Barley is the one which is rabi crop, which is considered rabi crop, and it is grown in winter season in the northern state of India. So the of course the option will be the barley, that is rabi crop. Now the next question is that Paradip port is located on which delta of river? So Paradip, there is a one port that is called Paradip port. We have to tell it is located on which delta of river. Option A, Rihan, Ganga, Mahanadi, Batarni. So the correct answer will be Mahanadi. So Paradip port is located on the Mahanadi river. Now moving on to the next question, we have to tell which one of the following hypotheses or theory explain the origin of the universe. So first one is nebular hypothesis, binary theory, Big Bang theory, and planetesimal hypothesis. So if I talk about the correct answer will be the Big Bang theory. Big Bang theory basically explain the hypothesis or theory of the origin of the universe. It is considered that Big Bang theory was like universe emerges from a one single point. There was a one point object and it exploded out, and our whole universe originated from there. So this is basically the Big Bang theory. Now let's talk about the next question, and this is the last question of today. Loktak Lake is situated in the state of. So option we are having Sikkim, Manipur, Odisha, and Mizoram. So the correct answer will be the Manipur. So Manipur, where the Loktak Lake is situated, and this is the largest freshwater lake of Northeast. So Loktak Lake that is situated in the Manipur is the largest freshwater lake of Northeast. So that was all for today. Thank you everyone. Jai Hind. Let's meet in the next video. Thank you.